What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Best Women's Boxing Show, period. I've got a great little guest here, Mr. Robert Garcia. How are you?
Doing great. Doing great. Staying busy, but doing great.
You know, it's beautiful to see this name on the jacket and for you to be standing or sitting alongside Virgil Ortiz. Before we get to all the fun stuff, we knew, and I talked to Virgil about this, credit to his father. He's done an amazing job with him, and he's still in his corner. But for you to come back into the picture, how did that happen? I know you've been very courteous in all the interviews that you've talked to him about, that you've always stayed friends. But what was the moment, that shift, that Virgil was coming to you and you maybe say, you know what, Virgil, why not? Let's do this one more time.
You know what? Like you said, we always stayed in touch. Little Virgil always, how you doing, Robert? Happy birthday, stuff like that. His dad always stayed in touch with me. My son stayed in communication with all of them too. Little Virgil himself sending me messages, congratulations, happy birthday, stuff like that. But when the last time he got sick, we were really worried. I called Rick Merrigan a lot. How's Virgil doing? How's his health? Doing better, doing this, doing that. And I took a flight to Dallas to go meet up with them. We had a great lunch, some barbecue spot they took me to. They took me to his house, showed me around. I think that was the beginning of something new to come back and start working together again. Like I said, never ended in bad terms. It was always, small things that we had to correct. I did for this camp. Things went well. Obviously we have different sparring partners. We have different guys. We had quite a few guys helping out. So there was maybe one or two moments where we made a few changes to improve on Virgil's training camp, maybe style, different plan, some things that Dad and myself always talk about it with Hector Beltran, and right now I think we're in great shape. I think the kid is he said it right before we left yesterday, at our last day training in my gym. The kid said, "This is the best I've ever felt." So that's awesome.
He said in the press conference that there were people out on Twitter. I mean, there was a lot of Twitter warriors I saw that had no idea what was happening, and they were all commenting on Virgil's health, like he was allegedly doing PEDs, or he was overweight, or he was lazy, he was fat, overtraining, and I can't remember what he was sick with. It starts with the R, but I was thinking maybe it was overtraining, because every time I interview him, he always says, I can fight tomorrow because I'm always in shape. Do you believe, because I asked him the same question, I want to ask you the same question, do you believe that Virgil was overtraining?
The kid trains hard, and that's the thing, that with him, inactivity is what's going to hurt him, because he never stops training. After this fight, he'll be back in the gym in a week or so, and maybe in a few days. He'll be back in the gym because he loves to
vacation.
The kid loves to work out. He's a hardworking kid. His mentality is to keep fighting. That's why I'm pretty sure Oscar and Golden Boy's plans are to keep him busy. What they're doing with the new guys that they're signing, the new stuff that Oscar is planning, and teaming up with all the promoters to make these big fights happening. I think it's a positive thing for Virgil, for the team, to keep him busy, because that's what he needs. The kid stays in the gym all the time, so you need to kind of hold him back if there's no date, but he wants to keep training,
So he's basically his own worst enemy if he doesn't rest.
Could be, because he trains all the time. He likes to stay in the gym. And if they're keeping him busy, well, then at least he's training for a fight, where after the fight we can tell him, take a couple of weeks off, take a little vacation, and he'll do it. But then he wants to get back in the gym. And if there's no fights, he's still going to be training. He's still going to be working hard. All this you said about all this media saying that he was fat, that he was lazy. Totally wrong. They don't know. They definitely don't know Virgil. Virgil's one of the hardest kids, the most dedicated fighters I've ever worked with, and I'm happy to be back in the team. They know, we in the team know how hard this kid trains. He's one of the most dedicated kids I've ever trained with.
You talked about that you had to change things in the way, since Virgil is moving up to 154. It's a whole different beast, and to make sure his power carries through, to make sure he's at a heavier weight that he can carry scary. What did you put him through that you can divulge of training, and did he enjoy it?
You know what? That's a good thing, because we have Charles Tremblay, who's our conditioning coach. He's Dr. Charles. He knows.
Oh, I thought you said Charlo.
Charles Tremblay, and he's good at what he does. We let him do his job when it came to the strength and conditioning, and he did a great job. People are going to see it. I think at this point, Virgil is stronger than he was before, and obviously the opponents are also going to be bigger. The opponents are also going to be at a higher weight class, so they're going to be stronger too. But I think Virgil is stronger at this point than he was before.
Do you guys know, real fast, going back to his illness, did you guys ever find out what was causing it? Because he said it earlier, he passed out before the very first fight. That's why he couldn't fight. It's very scary, but were you a little afraid? Did you kind of hold back, say, are you sure you want to do this? Because this is your health. It's, it's a fight, but this is your health that's at risk.
We were very careful during training, during sparring. We cut down on the running a lot. We had to do a lot of changes. Like I told you, Charles Tremblay did a great job communicating with Dr. Bautista, with Victor Conte, just to make sure we're all doing the right thing. And until right now, everything went perfect. Honestly, like I said, there might have been a few days where maybe a different sparring partner made us look a little bit different, but it was in sparring. It wasn't his health. It was just the sparring partners, maybe different styles, and maybe confusing him a little. But overall, I think health-wise and condition-wise, and I think we had a great camp. I think, and he's, like I said again, he said this is the best he's felt in a while.
I'm so happy to see you guys back. I know I said, did you miss the smell of the horses? But yeah, he just said it felt familiar, and it was good to see you guys all back. Now, transitioning, you got another fighter that I'm a huge fan of, Bam Rodriguez. I remember interviewing him before, I think it was like right during COVID when we were doing interviews, and he wasn't a champion yet, and we were just chatting with him, and I interviewed him, and he was just like, I love Japanese toys, like Japanese things, and just like normal kid stuff. And now look at him. Scared of you, Robert. What do you have in store? What do we have in plan? Because I know everyone wants him to fight Inoue. There's weight classes for a reason, guys.
Exactly. There's no way that fight's going to happen. At least not anytime soon. 4 or 5 years from now, when Inoue's maybe 40, maybe I'll think about it. I'll consider. Inoue's a great champion. Definitely. There's weight divisions, and there's no way we could even consider that fight right now. So there's nothing to even talk about. But Bam is another one that when he comes to training camp, he's dedicated. One thing about Bam is that when he is off, like right now that he just fought, he's not in the gym. He likes to enjoy. He just came back from Japan. He took a trip to Tokyo and enjoying his time off. But when he comes back to the gym, he's very dedicated. The kid trains hard. He's focused. He puts himself 100% into that fight, and he gives it all. You guys see it in the fights. The better the opponents are, the better he's gonna perform.
That performance against Sonny Edwards was just a masterpiece. When he said it, he goes, the first round, just the feel out round, but he's like, I already knew I had him. And he's like, and it was easy for him. I'm like, he put a beating on Sonny Edwards' face. And credit to Sonny, he gave Bam his roses, and he gave his props, and it was just, they were both such warriors, and it was just a classy defeat and a classy fighters all around. So who's next? Maybe Chocolatito? I would like to see him come back out.
You know what? I don't think Chocolatito, because they became really good friends. They both fight for Mr. Honda, Matchroom, doing that together. And Mr. Honda has always said that he doesn't like his fighters fighting each other, and Bam respects that, and they became friends. So I don't think that fight will happen. I think there's more chances, because we're already talking about it. Maybe a fight against Gallo Estrada. That's the fight. That's the fight that Bam wants. He does not want to fight at 112 anymore. Obviously we still have to consider a lot of things. Maybe there's another unification at 112 that we could consider, and maybe stay at 112. But the plan is to move him up to 115, and Gallo's the first name that comes to our mind. Bam doesn't want to go up to just fight just a regular guy. He wants to fight the best, and he wants Gallo. That's the fight that we want. We know Gallo wants to stay busy, fight sometime in March, so we want him to do that. But sometime in July or August, we would love that fight to happen. Matchroom already knows that. Mr. Honda knows that. Gallo knows that too. So hopefully we could make that fight happen, because that's the fight Bam wants.
That would be a good fight. God, so much more. And the fact he's going to be a papa soon. So sweet.
That's something that he's also looking forward to. I believe it's going to be in April. So after the baby's born, he gets back to camp, or sometime July or August, and he'll
Bam, you ain't getting no sleep when this baby is born. I'm telling you right now.
That's why I'm bringing him to camp right away, so he can sleep in camp.
Oh, so sorry to Bam's girlfriend or wife. Robert, that's not nice. But I know, well, that's true. Now, lastly, besides you're getting so skinny every time I see you, is Mikey ever going to come back? Is he like retired? For sure.
Mikey is retired. Mikey is retired. There's times where he comes to the gym, gets some sparring, and it kind of makes us feel like, man, maybe he wants to do it again, because I know Mikey still has a lot left, but he says he does it for fun. He just wants to go out there, help out, not get too heavy.
Does he spar still?
He still spar. Yeah,
Does he spar Virgil?
No, definitely. I won't put him against Virgil.
That will be like Mikey be like, I ain't coming back anymore. I'm done.
He goes in there, spars whoever needs sparring. He'll spar 160 pounders. He'll spar 130 pounders. He'll spar featherweights. Whoever is there, just to help out. He loves to go out, have fun, but no way he's gonna fight again.
Okay, I have a question. I saw it on Twitter. Jose Ramirez. Are you still with Jose Ramirez? Yes. Supposedly, allegedly, he turned down a $2 million purse against Regis Prograis and Teofimo Lopez. Is there any kind of truth to this stuff? I don't know.
I don't know about that. I think Rick Merrigan might be the only one. He's the manager. He's the one that talks to Top Rank, and obviously Teofimo's with Top Rank. So, but I doubt it. Jose would definitely take that fight.
Right?
Jose, I know Jose. Jose would be mad at Rick for not taking that fight. If it was true, Jose would be mad at Rick for not taking the fight. Teofimo's a great fighter, great champion, great friend of mine. Him and his dad, we actually talked about that fight because we wanted that fight, but I really don't know what happened. Rick Merrigan's the manager. Jose would be mad if Rick said no to that fight for that kind of money. Honestly, I'm pretty sure. I know Jose.
And lastly, I always say lastly. It's not a hypothetical matchup because it actually could happen. Canelo versus Terrence Crawford. It's been spoken about. Terrence said he would totally take the fight. He would move up to Canelo's weight. I know Canelo's not moving down in weight. Could that fight actually play well in possibly Terrence Crawford's favor or Canelo's favor?
I think it'll be in Canelo's favor, but I definitely think Crawford will put up at least the first 4 or 5 rounds, he put up some really good rounds, and eventually I think Canelo's just too big and too strong, where he'll break him and maybe stop him late. But I know Crawford will put up some good rounds.
Okay, and seriously, lastly, was there any truth that AJ was possibly going to come into camp with you?
This is the first time I hear something like that. AJ is doing a great job. I'm glad.
Like when he was shopping for trainers, your name came up.
You know what? When I left, because it was just not just me. Rudy Hernandez was with me that night. Right after the fight, we both told the whole team, keep him busy, stay busy, with or without me, keep him busy. He needs to stay active. He can fight once a year, once every 18 months. Keep him busy, and they did that this year, and that performance was great. He looked really good in his last performance. He dominated, and it was actually a guy that people thought could give him an upset. So did a great job. I'm happy that they're doing the right thing, and hopefully they keep him busy again this coming year. I'm pretty sure they will, because he's just such a big name, such a great athlete that needs to stay busy.
All right, that's coming from Robert Garcia. All right, Robert, thank you for your time and good luck to you. Best of luck to you with you and Virgil and all of your fighters. I'm Cynthia Conte for Best Women's Boxing Show, period. See you guys at the fights. Bye, guys.